I am cat lover. Alright, this is my cover disclaimer. We went over how Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Britney, many more, Singular, and others control the music industry and why it's become an issue, and how Jessica Simpson took over my companies that should have been mine, and Harp and Time Machines, and how it's all going into Bitcoin and waves, and how in the future it's going to be everywhere. You're going to be using that to scan to work. You're going to be using that to protect your stuff and your cards. You're going to be using that to copy stuff. And it's just going to keep going. And how all these unfavorites or people that aren't non-heirs are paying for this illegally because people don't like them, so they're paying for RF scanners, clock and things for businesses, and paying for that to ultimately get installed in people just because they lost a court case. Or how we're talking about these NetDep ones, which are like routers, and those are going ceiling mounts, and how they're limiting and making everyone use QR codes, and how it's eventually going to become a thing, and you're going to get your scan and go, whoop, do John Smith, or do Katie Fletcher, whatever. And that's, this is just what the stock was today in some recent news. It doesn't really matter. I know we're going over how I missed my diploma and how that's prevented me from going to nursing school and college. That's real life Willow Rosenberg, and just how her family doing Dunkin' Donuts has ruined my life because they took properties that should have been ours, or at least we should have had the right to fight for them in Ohio. And everyone just believes from the Buffy thing that Allison Hannigan played as her, which she did very well, because, from what I know, she's been doing that very well, and it's not right. And it's not right to have Hillary Clinton deciding everything for everyone. It's also not right to have Johnson & Johnson controlling it either, and doing too much right to do when it's supposed to be legal in the state, or Pfizer, and threatening people because they're in favorites or not liked, and putting nanotech in them, and putting, especially in the military, vaccines and microchips and whatnot. They don't do it to the normal populace, at least not yet. They probably will someday, just not right now. Kelly Clarkson and others have taken over, decide who does what a little bit more. I want to become a nurse, take care of my 5 kids, but the Backstreet Boys won't let me, and it's all over popularity votes, and it's not fair because I want to do practical nursing, which is the second one there, just CNA, and it's just wrong. If I had been given a chance, I think I would have gone for it, and it just seems impossible now. There are different certificates of what they look like, so if you are dealing with a nurse, you want to know what to look for. And that's it. And I want to be a midwife too, and do pediatrics. I studied this stuff, so it's kind of sad I can't go to school. So my algebra teacher and some other people that don't like me decide that, and the people from Caltech that Big Bang Theory is based off of said no, but even though I saved my friend's life and paid for his motorcycles and all that, it's ridiculous. And then the reason I met Willow is because she's a nurse and she knows the mental health for suicide care. Suicide is the act of killing yourself for whatever reason. Dreams and hopes for the future identify short-term. So this is what a nursing care plan looks like. You encourage contact with religious people, and you take client steps in the problem-solving process. You spend time with the clients, find out what their wishes and goals are. You help them reassess their life and help that they get, through it. It makes me mad that she's used this against people and point out unrealistic and perfectionist thinking, and use these against my friends so they hurt themselves or thought about it. And it's sad. Not just the